Well, good morning. It's 6:50, 6:40 a.m. I wanted to get my lift in today before class, so I thought, why not film it? I used to have a habit of getting up really early and lifting before class. Like I did that a lot last year, and I don't know. I felt like it just kept me really productive throughout the entire day because you kind of ride the high of your lift for like the whole day, and you're just straight just going, and then literally like 7 8 like 8 p.m. you're like, man, I'm ready for bed. And then it's like bedtime. Then guess what? It's already time to lift again. So it's like the day goes by just like this blur pretty much. And yeah, you're just constantly busy. I feel like it can also be a coping mechanism. Keeping yourself busy all the time. A lot of men do that because it kind of doesn't really give you time to sit there, overthink your life, your purpose, your goals. What you're gonna do with your life, what you have done with your life. You're kind of just doing the thing and not dwelling on things that are out of your control or in the past or your future, whatever. So my usual method is I get up like an hour before I actually want to wake up, and I'll have a little protein beforehand. And that way, by the time you wake up, like you're digested. So you can just jump out of bed, throw on some clothes, eat some carbs, and head to the gym, because obviously you don't want to be digesting like right before or during your lift. Today, unfortunately, I couldn't fall. I was gonna lift at like 8, but I can't fall back asleep. And I only got like 6 hours and, about 6.5 hours of sleep, maybe a little bit more. But hey, there's nothing a shit ton of caffeine can't fix, right? Little Breathe Divinity plug. They're gonna be dropping February 26th. Thank you guys for the support as always. Y'all went crazy on the last thing. Every single thing, honestly. It's been crazy, but yeah, if you want to keep using my code, it's a pretty sick drop. It's pretty rainy and miserable outside. I kind of like the grayish weather for leg days. I don't know, something about it. It's a bit ominous. But yeah, I think for our first movement today, we're not lifting. Who's we? It's just me. I'm gonna be doing some kind of hip hinge that's maybe not SLDLs, because I just find they're starting to get awkward to load. I don't know. I don't really like them anymore. I'm kind of getting sick of them. And they're just so hard to stabilize properly and make sure that, your hamstrings are what's doing the majority of the work, and your adductors. But yeah, so I'll probably just do 45s today for hamstrings, for my hip extension thing. Why am I even doing this? I don't really know. Actually, you know what? I do know. I always find, as I was saying earlier, when I'm kind of in a slump, at least, and yeah, I don't know, I've just felt pretty unproductive lately, and kind of lazy, kind of out of it, kind of just aimless, wandering through the motions of life. So I feel like when you just have something that makes you jump out of bed in the morning, and it challenges you, and it gives you a great release of all these wonderful feel-good hormones once you finish. It's very beneficial to the rest of your day. I always find that when I'm struggling to find something that feels like purpose, or gives you that sense of gratification, thinking about the journey of self-improvement as a whole and improving yourself as a person, whether that's taking action, taking agency of your life, being more present, being better about procrastinating, being more persistent, being organized and having a schedule and putting your mind to doing what you say you're going to do. I think just thinking of that as like, that journey itself, it helps me get back on track a little bit to kind of think about things as like a self-improvement journey rather than these sort of arbitrary goals that, you reach each one and then you kind of just move the goalpost further once again. Because ultimately goals are temporary and, you need a lot of them to kind of make up this abstract idea of what a purpose or fulfillment is. And I think you can get, gratification and fulfillment out of goals. I think that's what they should be used for, but you can't, set any one goal as your purpose. That's just not sustainable. I had an exam the other day, right? And I was thinking like, oh, a couple questions I was like a bit 50-50 on. And I was like neurotically looking up the answers after the exam and thinking to myself, oh, I got those couple, wrong, potentially. You can think about it that way. Man, I got unlucky. I got those wrong, even though I had the right answer at first and changed it to the wrong answer, or, oh, I was so close to having the right answer, I got unlucky. Instead, think about the answers you got right. The ones that you should be grateful that maybe you got a bit lucky or maybe you clutched up on. Why would you instead choose to focus on the ones that you got unlucky or you were unsure about or you got screwed on? Think about the ones that were good. You should be proud of yourself. Be grateful. For every couple things you can complain about or be upset about, there's a million other things that you can appreciate and be grateful for. And I just thought that was kind of a cool little analogy there, even with something as simple as an exam where I would be thinking about the problems that I could have gotten wrong versus the ones that I clutched up on and that I should be grateful that I got right because I'm goated. Just kidding, I'm not. All right, y'all. I just got to the gym. To be honest, I don't really know if I'm going to film this lift. A, because I'm in a rush. B, I don't really feel like it. I kind of just want to lock in. But, yeah. I'm just not really in the mood to film my lifts right now. Yeah. But we'll see. Maybe I'll film this. If not, maybe I'll just throw in, my next upper body day. But I'm about to pee my pants, so I'm gonna run in there. And maybe I'll see y'all in there, maybe I won't. probably include more in this video later. I just got back from the gym and I have class in like 30 minutes and I'm looking gonna be late, but priorities. Just kidding. It's 3:30, I have one more class today. I was only like 2 minutes late to my first one. Yeah, just studying for like a little cognitive neuro quiz that I have at the beginning of class. So lore, I used to really want to do neuroscience, and I've taken some classes, and actually I used to want to be a neurosurgeon when I was a kid. I was absolutely fascinated by it. It's cool how everything is tied together, and I feel like you'll learn that through like physiology, especially in regards to exercise, because a lot of it you're learning about the motor cortex, the signals that you get sent from your brain to the periphery and back. I think it's really cool, just physiology as a whole, because it literally incorporates everything. And there's a little bit of neuro, basic bio, a little bit of chemistry, a little bit of physics. It's awesome. What's up, y'all? Haven't really recorded anything in a little bit just because I've been super busy the last few days. I have an hour-long presentation to give on Tuesday, and a lot of other stuff. Just been kind of running around. Yeah, a little bit snowy. I'm actually kind of excited for my presentation on Tuesday. It's kind of has to do with neuroimmunology. So I'm just going to be reviewing like this article on like stress and the immune system and aging and whatnot. Kind of dive into those mechanisms. Y'all know I love physiology. I just got to kind of grind. I've been putting it off, and I have a ton of other schoolwork to do. Lately, I've just kind of felt out of it. I've had like a couple of, I don't know how to put this. I don't want to go into too much detail publicly, but I've just been worried lately about my family a little bit. A lot of them live overseas, and the thing is, like, what am I gonna do about it right now? You know what I mean? And I wanna just support my family and be there for them whenever I can and do what I can. But it's like I'm not really in a position to do much right now. I mean, I'm just at college, and I always say that there's never a convenient time for something to happen and to be productive. Because if you do wait for a time that you label as quote unquote convenient, I mean, it's just ultimately never going to happen, because there's never a convenient time to do anything in life ever, literally. Like, if you have to do something, just do it, because waiting for the right time for something, whether it's something like a relationship that you self-sabotage by saying, oh, not in the right place, it's not the right time, or you have work that you need to get done and you're feeling stressed out, so you're like, oh, I'm gonna wait till I get like this out of the way and this out of the way, and then I'm gonna get my work done, which I'm guilty of doing a lot of the time too. It's not practical, and it feeds into this idea of perfectionism where everything has to be lined up perfectly, otherwise it's like, why even bother? Which is incredibly stupid. It's always better to do something late than to never do it, just because the circumstances outside of your control aren't 100% perfect. I mean, why would you not at least give 100% of your effort, even if the circumstance isn't at 100%? Doesn't really make any sense. If someone robs you and steals $50 from you, are you going to say, screw it, I'm going to give them the entire rest of my bank account? Might as well, because some of it is gone and it's not perfect anymore. Like, are you just going to throw your life away because you're not perfect? Stupid. Doesn't make sense. And at the end of the day, it's night. But actually, at the end of the day, you're kind of just rationalizing, being avoidant, not tackling your responsibilities head on, not really keeping up with your obligations. It's literally just rationalizing that. And I feel like I've let those kind of external factors kind of influence my productivity recently. And even though there's nothing I can do, there's literally nothing I can do, and I've just let those outside things, I've kind of used them to rationalize, again, putting off my responsibilities and obligations, even though, the situation just isn't in my control. So I just need to keep doing what I can. And I think a lot of you
could benefit from kind of thinking about things the same way. If you continue to put off things that you have to do and obligations to people or responsibilities that you have, um, it's just going to build on top of your stress and your avoidance. And so you're just going to build up, you're going to crawl into this rabbit hole while everything just builds up. And it's like a positive feedback loop of this repetitive cycle of pushing away what you got to do because there are things outside your control. So maybe this talk helped some of you guys, but I'll probably put this in at the end of the video. It's Sunday night. Breed Divinity is going to have a drop on February 26th. Hopefully, I'll make a video before then. I appreciate the support always. You know, it's hard to accept sometimes because I feel like I don't deserve it. But yeah, peace out. Appreciate you guys.